Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I was gonna call this my January beauty favorites, but it's the middle of February. So it is my recent beauty favorites because it's my January / half of February beauty favorites because I just haven't gotten around to filming my January beauty favorites. So these are the products that I have been enjoying over the past month and a half. And I will also link below my best of beauty for 2015, which was always my favorite video to film. And literally the best of beauty videos are my favorite, or posts. In the past I did posts before I did video, are my favorite to do overall because I just love talking about those products that just delighted me the most all year round. So there are some products here that are one of them. Most of them are somewhat newish. And then one I've been using for quite some time, and I recently brought it back out again because my skin's been really dehydrated. So I figured, I've been using it a ton, so I need to talk about it on my favorites video because it's a favorite. And a new thing is I did a lot of beauty favorites in this, and I decided to do it on my face. So everything that I'm wearing, with the exception of the foundation, is featured today in my favorites. So that's good. And all of the beauty products, or all of the makeup products, especially the palettes, cheek and eye palettes, are all swatched on the blog. So I'll link that below as well as my best of beauty 15. In case you missed it, I'll link that video below as well. Let's get started first with skincare. Actually, no, hair care, because I have a hair care product that I like. Very rare that I find hair care stuff that I love. I mean, I'm just not a hair care person. I mean, I like taking care of my hair, but I'm not like, ooh, a new hair product to try. I'm like, ooh, a new hair product to try. Whereas, I don't know why. But I recently tried some stuff that I really enjoy. And once I find some stuff that I like, I just kind of stick with it for like a while. And this is a really unique product. And it's by Christophe Robin. It is the Cleansing Purifying Scrub with Sea Salt. So you would normally have a sea salt scrub maybe for the body. This is for your scalp. And it is for sensitive or oily scalp, which I was excited about because so many hair care brands just focus on those that have dry hair or damaged hair or color treated hair. And I'm like, there is a whole segment of us that have oily scalps and oily hair. And I always find myself in, looking at hair products, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll just take the one for normal. And sometimes it's even too heavy. So, I mean, I definitely have drier ends because I heat style my hair, but I have a really oily scalp, so I need stuff to treat that. And I have a really flaky scalp. It developed about 2 years ago. I still can't figure it out. And I definitely think it's more of, I don't think it's a product issue, to be honest, my flaky scalp. I think it is a internal imbalance issue, to be honest, because I've tried so many different products and I can't really figure it out, and I wonder if it's just kind of like a hormone imbalance or something. So it sometimes dies down and then sometimes comes back. It's not too bad right now, but I do have it. And I like this though because I just scoop out a little bit, and it's like a salt scrub. It's very thick though, and I massage it into the roots. Some people say it doesn't make their hair kind of like knotted. It makes my hair knotted. So I have to use a really good detangler or conditioner afterwards. But it makes my scalp very clean without feeling stripped, very soothed, and my hair looks very voluminous and shiny afterwards. I use this probably about once every 2 weeks. I probably could use it once a week, but once every 2 weeks. And it's such a unique product, and I'm glad that it was designed for sensitive or oily scalp, and it's been working perfect for me. Great. Another 2 skincare products that I'm loving, both for dehydrated skin, because my skin's been really dehydrated after my neck surgery. Probably just because my immune system went after that, and I just got sick over and over and over again, and my skin kind of went crazy. So I needed a lot of products to help with dehydration. And one of them I've been using for about a year plus now, and it's by a skincare brand that's not very, it's not all over the place. You can buy it from their website, and she has a spa up here. It's by Ling Complete Skincare, and it's a replenishing hydrator. As always, I'll link everything below because you can get this only from her website. But it is a hydrating toner, kind of like an essence. It has a lot more weight to it than a typical runny water essence. Normal runny water essences, they kind of just go over. This has a little bit more weight to it. It's hard to describe. It's a little more emollient. It's not solid like a lotion or something, or even like a gel, but it's thicker than a traditional like water. So I pour this into my hands after I've cleansed my skin and done either just cleanse my skin, or maybe I've done like an acetone with like some first aid beauty pads or something. I'll pour this into my hands and I'll pat it into my skin. It's fantastic, and I forgot how amazing it is at keeping my skin very hydrated, especially when, regardless of time of year, your skin can be dehydrated in summer, winter, fall, spring, whatever. And you can have dehydrated skin whether you're oily, dry, whatever. So that's really been helping with hydration. And then this product, it's so strange, but I love it. The Lancome Energy de Vie Daily Lotion in Gel. So it has like these little bubbles in it. It is the most unique product I've tried in a long time. It is not a liquid, but more liquidy than a gel. And it feels so odd on the skin, but I have been using this every day, twice a day, because I love the way that my skin feels, and I love the way that my skin feels afterwards. My skin has looked a lot less dehydrated and a lot plumper, again, because it's getting the moisture that it needs. But I also love it on days I'm feeling really oily. So you can use it in a multitude of ways. You could use it as a moisturizer because it is a lotion, and it's a very lightweight lotion, especially if you hate the feeling of like a typical moisturizer cream. You have really oily skin, or you just hate that kind of texture. It's such a good option for that. Or you could use it like I do as an essence. Kind of like after I've cleansed and toned, I use this kind of add in a little bit of hydration to the skin before I start my serums and moisturizers. There's like a ton of different ways you can use it. It does have a scent to it. I'm not gonna lie. To me, it smells a little bit like a men's cologne. Does not bother me, but there's a little bit of a scent to it. So you should know that if you are bothered by scents. It's really odd, very strange, but I love it. And it's been working really well for me. Like I said, I use it morning and night at this point because I'm just really liking the way it's feeling on my skin and the products that go on afterwards, the way that they feel on the skin, and the way my skin's been responding to it has been really nice. The Pixi Glow Mud Cleanser. I'm already a huge fan of the Pixi Glow Tonic. Is that what it's called? Why did I just have a brain freeze? Glow Tonic, right? Yeah. Right? I'm like totally blanking on it right now. Anyway, the Glow Mud Cleanser, it has 5% glycolic acid. So I think this is, for me, it's definitely something that I only use maybe once a week or max twice a week, because it does have such a strong, somewhat strong percentage of glycolic acid in it. It is very smooth, so it's not like grainy or anything of that nature. But it's a great product to really give me like a deep cleanse, and then the 5% glycolic acid really helps the mud aspect is really helping to draw out impurities and keep the pores somewhat clean, and then the glycolic acid is coming in there for a chemical exfoliation and giving you a light exfoliation. I feel it would be great for any skin tones, because dry skin needs exfoliation, especially dry skin, because their skin can be very dry, and using especially a chemical exfoliant can really help. But I think it's also good for oily skin because of the mud aspect. And so for that reason, I really find that I think it would be great for all skin types. But I do feel like a little bit of a tingle. Like if I were to leave it on the skin, I feel a little bit of a tingle. So I would patch test this just to make sure that the strength of the glycolic acid is not too much for you. So okay, let's get on to makeup. Everything I'm wearing is a favorite this month. One of them is, oh my gosh, I totally destroyed this palette. I've been using it so much, and then I dug my brush into it and powder went everywhere, so I was trying to piece it back together. It is the Laura Mercier After the Rain. Oh, Paris After the Rain palette. And I swatched this on the blog. You really have to see the swatches because it's absolutely beautiful. So today I am wearing, where is it? I'm wearing this green shade. It's a green kind of, there's like shimmer and matte. So these are all shimmer, these are all matte. I'm using this green shade on the lid, and then I took this warm matte brown into the crease and underneath. And then I took this bone shade and I did it just like on the brow bone. I brought this with me on like a weekend day trip about a month ago, and I just used the heck out of it. Like I just thought that the shimmer plus matte shade, the shimmer shades are very, very sheer, but you can maybe layer them on top of the matte shades. I like to use the shimmer shades on my lid and then put the matte shades in the crease. I don't know. I just think the color range is so great. This middle shade is like a red, but it's not like a gonna make your eyes look bloodshot kind of red. It's like a brownish kind of cranberry red. You'll see the swatches. It's beautiful. And then the gray is really nice. It's not too blue of a gray. I don't tend to wear too many grays on my lid or on my eyes, but I actually really enjoy that gray. All right, another one that I have been wearing the heck out of this past month and a half, and it took me a year plus to finally buy this. As you guys probably know, I don't always feature the newest products because there's still so much that I have never tried from brands. So I'm not always about like only showing what's new on my blog. You'll see products that are like, oh, that's been around forever, but I finally discovered it, so then I want to talk about it. One of them is the Tom Ford Nude Dip Eyeshadow that everyone went bananas for last year. And I was kind of like, I don't know, it's all shimmery and it's really expensive. And the colors seem, I don't know, I didn't buy into the hype at the time. And then it came back permanently, and I was like kind of online shopping one night, and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. It was looking really nice that night online, staring at it, and I was like, I'm just gonna pull the trigger. And I'm really glad I did because I am obsessed. And now I'm like, oh, that's why everyone was buzzing about it, because it really is great. So I'm really excited. You know, he just launched all those new quads that he just came out for the spring season. I haven't purchased any of those. I did buy 2 of the cream eyeshadows though, because I do like his cream eyeshadows. But here I am, kind of like late to the party, but I'm still here, and I love this. I did the swatches as well of this on my blog. Think that it's beautiful. It does have more of a cooler undertone rather than a warmer gold undertone. I feel like the shades in that are a little bit more silver based, and which I kind of liked. I don't always love super warm undertone. All right, cheeks I am wearing today is this cheek palette, and it is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani cheek palette. I am wearing the shade OC. Okay, this shade is almost like a duochrome. So it is almost, it looks peachy on camera, but it's almost like a little bit yellowish with a pink, like duochrome effect to it. It is so unique. The colors in this palette are, I have the NARS palette that came out, the limited edition one, and I've just been gravitating more towards this. I think it's because I really love these 3 shades and this shade. I mean, the 2 pink shades, I'm not a pink person too much, but I have been wearing this little like angel pink color. It's called what, cherry, just like on the apples of my cheeks, which I really have been enjoying. And there only is one matte shade. Oh no, I think cherry is matte, this pink one, and I think this one, the lo-fi, is matte as well. But the colors are not really blush, like really intense blush shades, except for the shade Easy. It's pretty of a deep raspberry. They're all really shimmery, and really don't give like a ton of color to the cheeks, but I have just been loving the effect they give on the skin. And as someone with oily skin, the shimmer in them is not too bad. And this color especially, the OC, it's just really unique. I've never seen anything like it. It reminds me of a MAC eyeshadow, and for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it. It was like a yellow with like a duochrome pink finish. I used to wear it all the time with this other bright pink color called Sushi Flower, but I can't remember that yellow shade. It'll come to me at some point, but loving this palette. Okay, lips. I am wearing the, just got really shady in here, sorry. But it is the new NARS gloss in Vita Loca. And I've worn this on Instagram. It's a really nude, natural peach shade. I'm not the biggest gloss person, and it is tacky. I mean, your hair's gonna stick to it and that kind of thing. Don't wear it on a windy day. But the color is just really, really good. And so I put up with the tackiness because the color is so nice. All right, another product that I really enjoyed is and this is just, I just recently tried it, but I really was enjoying it. It's by Rodile, and it's their double XL lip liner in the shade Baby. I don't know, I'm gonna try to swatch it here. I swatched it on my Instagram. It's a nice neutral lip liner, and I like it because it just takes out the red in my lip, and it has a little bit of brown, a little pink, and just takes out the red in my lip. So I've really been enjoying that. Okay, concealer. I've already reviewed these or talked about them or used them in a tutorial. I'm like, I've talked about it sometime. And it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealers. Love these. Cannot say enough great things. I like the concealers. I haven't been using the correctors as much, but my shade is Y23, which is actually not the palest shade. Y21 is. This is actually Y21 that I have in my hand. But I just grabbed it. I have all the shades here. But I use Y23 on a daily basis. I'm wearing it today. And Y21 is a little too light, which is great because if you're super pale or you want to use it as a highlight or like a sculpting tool, you can use Y21. So what I love the most about these is it gives, I have my arm up like this because I don't want the lip liner to get on my sweater. Dang it. I always forget to bring wipes or something with me, so I just like have to hold it up like this awkwardly. I really enjoy these concealers because they give insane coverage, full coverage, but I can barely see them when they're on the skin. Like they're not very heavy, they disappear texture-wise right into the skin, so it's not as if it gives full coverage, but normally full coverage you can really like see on the skin. You can't even see that. So highly recommend trying these. Like I said before, the shade range is so that's the only kind of like bummer about it. The last product is the new Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Mascara. So I'm already a fan of the Sumptuous the original Sumptuous Volume Mascara. And this is the new version. And I'm wearing it today. And it's very separated. So the brush is very spiky and very separate, which I like. And the formula is very wet. So because the spikes are very separated, it initially gave me a very wispy lash. So I like it to dry down and then add on 2 or 3 more coats. So once it begins to dry down, it begins to harden a little bit so that as I'm putting on the second and third coats, it's kind of clumping a little bit more. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like, I like more of the clump because it makes my lashes much thicker, and I just love this mascara. I have it in the regular black, and I don't love it as much as the old one, I will say, but I like this one. I've been using this one also because the brush really helps to separate better than any other brushes that I've tried in a long time. This really helps to separate. So I've been using this also to help separate my lashes even with using with other mascaras. The original Estee Lauder Sumptuous is still like a holy grail for me. However, I would repurchase this. Just because I don't love it as much as probably maybe that's like 100%. This one's like at 90. I would repurchase this though. So that's how you know. And it's in my favorites. So hello, it's clearly a favorite. I still have my arm up like this. So have a good day. All right, so that is my favorites for the month or for the past 2 months, a month and a half. And I will talk to everyone soon, okay? And I'll link everything down below. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave me a comment, okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.